Cooper Raiff is a genius. Hey, how you doing? And today we're going to examine and dive deep into one of my favorite creatives in the medium of filmmaking that I only came across earlier this year. I know a majority of you might not know who Cooper Raiff is, but after you finish this video, I promise you're going to want to know everything about this man. I don't think it would be too much to say that Raiff is a modern-day anomaly in Hollywood. It might be a bit of an overreaction to say that a director with only 2 films is a genius, but hell, Damien Chazelle's first 2 features were Whiplash and La La Land, so I think my argument holds up a little bit. I saw Raiff's newest film, Cha-Cha Real Smooth, which was just released this past weekend at the Sundance Film Festival in January. I was instantly sold on the true talent that he brought to the table. I mean, it's astounding. He does everything: writing, directing, acting, and he does it all to the best and fullest extent that you could even imagine. He does these things so well that it's just amazing. But I think the thing about Raiff that he does the best is his ability to relate to his target audience. Now, I will be honest, his movies are not for everyone, but for that select group, he's already creating some all-time classics. He takes stories that are so simple and infuses them with just the right amount of emotion to leave your jaw on the floor when the runtime ends. Raiff has the special ability to tell compelling stories about the most normal people in the world. Make them compelling while also making them authentic. The best word I can use to describe Raiff is authentic. He has the ability to captivate an audience by making you feel like you could be that person in that exact situation. Very, very hard to find someone in Hollywood that's doing that today for the age group that he does it for, young adults and teenagers. The other word that I can best describe Raiff as a filmmaker is sincere. You can tell that he really cares about what he makes, and he wouldn't be doing anything else in the world. In an interview he was recently a part of, he spoke about loving and wanting to make small projects, even after selling Cha-Cha Real Smooth to Apple TV+. He wants to do whatever he wants. He wants full creative power. He doesn't need to get attached to a big universe or a team with the biggest stars. He just wants to tell the best stories, even if they're at a small scale. At the core, Raiff loves filmmaking, and he tells real human stories with crazy emotion. I mean, he's one of a kind. Now, we're going to examine both of his films today, and I'm going to get into detail on why I love both of them so much, and why I think he is a true genius in Hollywood today. Shithouse is a film about a college freshman, Alex, played by Raiff, who forms a strong connection with a peer in his freshman dorm. The reason why I love this film so much is because I personally connected with Alex so much. Alex is someone who loves his family, was scared about the future, and is definitely not a partier. I too am incredibly close with my family. I'm definitely not a huge partier, and at that time, I was very uncertain and flat out scared about the future. Being a freshman in college is probably one of the most overwhelming and difficult things you can do. And that freshman college experience is, at times, just plain weird. You feel out of place. I mean, we've all been there. You know what I'm talking about. Shithouse portrayed one of the most accurate modern freshman experiences I've ever seen. The other thing that Raiff does well here is the emotion. As I covered in the beginning, Raiff is brilliant when it comes to bringing unbelievable, real emotion to the screen. For his target audience, it comes from situations that you can see yourself in. I think the scene that stands out the most for me is the conversation he has with his mom when he finally decides to let go and not be as attached. As someone who's very close to my mom and the rest of my family, this moment killed me. To watch Alex lose it as he gets off the phone felt so real to me. It cut extremely deep. This is an incredibly simple but effective film for anyone who's ever been in college, who's ever been in love, and who's ever been uncertain about the future. I really, really love this film, and I would implore you and beg you to go give it a watch. Every year, there's that one film that I like to call the crowd pleaser of the year. It just so happens that the film for the past 2 years is coming out of Sundance. In 2021, that was now Best Picture winner Coda, and this year it's Cha-Cha Real Smooth. Now, while Cha-Cha is not going to get the Oscar buzz that Coda did, it's still definitely the crowd pleaser of the year. Cha-Cha Real Smooth is about Andrew, who is also played by Raiff, who is fresh out of college and without direction until he meets Domino and her daughter Lola. Once again, the thing I love about Raiff is his writing and the ability to tell a story that is real. While this one may add some elements that seem a little too good to be true, at the end of the day, this is a story about a young adult figuring out the life he wants to live. As someone who is still relatively fresh out of college, I can relate to the difficulties of figuring out the path that you truly want to take in life. On top of that really effective writing, I think the performances here are fantastic, with some great chemistry from Dakota Johnson and Raiff, coupled with a stellar debut performance from Vanessa Burghardt, who is absolutely fantastic in this movie. The emotion runs wild, and the heart and charm are extremely deep. The direction from Raiff is warm and inviting, like it always is. This is an astounding piece of filmmaking on such a small scale. Scale doesn't matter to Raiff, like I've already covered. He actually encourages a small scale, and that shows with both Shithouse and more specifically Cha-Cha Real Smooth, which was then sold to Apple for $15 million. This is one of my favorite films of the year, and one that everyone needs to watch right this second. I promise you won't regret it. And that's really about it. There's really not much more that I can say about the genius that is Cooper Raiff. He is a creative that loves the medium of film and telling stories that people can relate to. The authenticity and sincerity bleed through the pages, and the emotion in the end is the best thing about his stories. Both Shithouse and Cha-Cha Real Smooth are about important moments in everyone's life, and how you juggle those moments in the grand scheme of life. These moments are just small pieces of anyone's life, but can be some of the most important in the end. Cooper brings these moments to life better than anyone I've ever seen. I hope you will check out the films of Cooper Raiff sometime soon and learn from yourself why he really is a genius in the filmmaking scene. I will continue to echo time and time again how much I love Cooper Raiff. I think he is an absolutely brilliant creative in the Hollywood space, and someone that instead of trying to grow the scale likes to keep the scale small. I talked about it in the essay portion of this. In interviews he's done, he is talking about the future and the small scale projects that he wants to make. And that is something that I think is so effective about Cooper Raiff, and something that I really, really enjoy about his filmmaking. I implore you and beg you all, please, please, please go check out Cha-Cha Real Smooth. Lightyear came out, Spiderhead came out last weekend, and this one kind of got buried, and that's a shame because I honestly think that film, Cha-Cha Real Smooth, is the best that came out last weekend. And I think that most people of my age group will agree that it is really, really damn good. So go check it out. I think that it is a really, really great piece of filmmaking and definitely the crowd pleaser of the year. Much like Coda, even though it will not get the praise that Coda got, it is still the crowd pleaser of the year. But I think, like I said before, Cooper Raiff is really the best when it comes to kind of telling the stories of my generation. The stories and emotion and struggles that young adults can go through. College and the beginning of adulting are very scary things, and I don't think they're talked about that much. You have the college movie, you have the in the middle of your work career kind of movie, and then you have the drama older movie, or you have like kids movies. But there's really not that middle point there between the college and the solidified in life type of story. There's just not in Hollywood. So I think that Cooper Raiff is really infusing himself into this really interesting kind of middle ground, I would say. Really examining, the young adult and kind of the generation that I'm in, of people that are just kind of getting out of college and are trying to figure out what they want to do with their lives and the direction they want to take their lives. And that is so effective to our age group because he does it with such authenticity and with such sincerity. And only being 23 years old, he's lived it. He knows what it is. So I really just feel and I associate with the type of filmmaking that he is making and the stories that you're telling. I think Shithouse is definitely the most accurate portrayal of a freshman year in college that I've ever seen. And I think Cha-Cha Real Smooth is a really nice, while I don't think completely accurate, like I said, there are some things outside the box that happen in the movie. I think it is a very interesting look as well at that stage in life where you don't completely have everything figured out and you're trying to find your way. I really, really enjoy it. But guys, that is pretty much it. I want to thank you all so much for checking out the video. It really does mean the absolute world. If you've seen Shot Real Smooth, go down in the comments and let me know what you thought. I'd really love to hear your guys' thoughts on this film. And if you have not, go watch it now and then come back and comment. But that is pretty much it, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I know there are a lot of new viewers coming to the channel, so if this is your first time watching a video, please consider subscribing. I do one video a week. They are video essay style like you saw today. And yeah, I really do appreciate you all watching. It really just means the absolute world. Coming back and making these new types of videos and seeing the support, it melts my heart. It really does. And it makes me feel good, and I really do appreciate y'all, because you all are fantastic, and you all are special, and you all are absolutely great. But guys, that is pretty much it, like I already said. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next video.